Welcome to Critical Condition. My name is Joe, and we're here to talk about sports. So, Dak Prescott has officially signed his exclusive franchise tag tender, and that's actually it's a one-year contract for $31.4 million. Now, this is good for both sides. I feel like for Dak, obviously, it's a time for him to go out there and prove it if he feels like he's worth more money. And for the Cowboys, I feel like it's good that they didn't cave like they caved with Ezekiel Elliott last year. But when it comes to this Dallas Cowboys contract negotiation process, I'm just over it. Tired. It's annoying. It's everything that everyone's talking about right now in sports. So I'm just over it. For one thing, I feel like it's smart for the Cowboys that, they didn't cave to Dak. And for Dak, I feel like, it's something that's good for him because, he's tabling those contract talks. And I know he wants an extension now, but there's things that are working in Dak's favor this coming season. For one, the schedule's favorable for him. The Dallas Cowboys have a bottom three, or ranked in the bottom three when it comes to strength of schedule. So that means their schedule is easy on paper. Second thing is the fact that he's returning that offensive lineman, that good offensive line. So last year the Cowboys, even though they were without Travis Frederick for the entire season, they still ranked in the top 8. So that's good news for him. Ezekiel Elliott's coming back, who's a top 3 running back in the NFL. So that's good for him as well. As far as when it comes to weapons, he still got him. They replaced Randall Cobb with CeeDee Lamb, who I believe is a better receiver. It's more explosive, and he's a good run after the catch receiver. They got Amari Cooper back as well. Michael Gallup is returning after he went off last season and got 1,000 yards. That's good for them. Everything's there for Dak to be able to put up numbers. But, numbers aren't everything. That's why we're in this situation right now. But the biggest thing on why I feel like all this works out for Dak is because he's got the negotiating leverage. And that's all that matters right now, leverage. He's got the negotiation leverage moving forward. Because as long as he stays healthy, obviously in the NFL we can't guarantee health, but as long as he stays healthy and he's able to put up the numbers that he put up last year, as much as he didn't win against the playoff teams, and that's a big reason why he didn't get signed to the deal that he wanted. He still put up some numbers, and I know that numbers don't matter all the time, but as long as he can put up the numbers and stay healthy, I feel like obviously the Cowboys' hand's going to be forced, because at this point, I don't see the franchise tag or exclusive franchise tag being an option anymore. If they tag him again, the number's going to be at $37.8 million next year. That's a big number to take for a cap hit, especially when you count that with this whole COVID situation going on, that salary cap number for the league is going to go lower. It's a hard cap league, so every single dollar is going to count. If they tag him again, the number's going to skyrocket up to $51.4 million a year. That's just a lot. That's ridiculous. And so, when it comes to the Dallas Cowboys right now, I feel like their hand is pretty much forced. It's either you pay the guy or you let him walk. Now, I don't think Dallas is going to let him walk. Franchise quarterbacks are hard to come by. And, Dak is a franchise quarterback. There's things that I like. There's things that I don't like about him. Unfortunately for Dak, the things that I do like don't really matter on the field. And by that, I mean they're not the skill set or attributes that he needs. His arm is, average. His athleticism, it's average. I love his leadership. Love his maturity. I love that he stays healthy. He's available. But, those are the knocks against Dak right now. And for him, 31.4, not bad going into the season. I, for one, don't think that, he's worth 35 or anything higher than $35 million a year when it comes to a yearly salary. And, I'm sick and tired of just people telling me right now that, he hasn't made crap, from the last couple seasons. Who cares? In the world that you're in right now, it's all about what you're producing right now. Like if you're in the restaurant business and you have a great month last month and you're really not doing great at producing the numbers you're supposed to for your boss not going to bring up what you did last month. They're not going to care. It's all about what you're producing right now. What are you doing for me now, or what are you doing for me lately? Okay? And for Dak Prescott, what he needs to do now is go to camp, and he is going to be contractually obligated now, so we're not going to see no holdouts. He has to be there for camp. And he needs to go out there and he needs to beat some playoff teams. He needs to beat some teams that are playoff contenders. Okay? Because I feel like the biggest thing that really hurt Dak's case last season was the Eagles game and it was the Patriots game. Guy couldn't put up a touchdown there, or he just didn't show up for the big games. So for Dak, it's all about what you're going to produce now. You got to go out there and beat some of these playoff teams. At this point, I know you can give me some numbers. I know you can win the division. I know you can take me to the playoffs. But it's all about winning towards the end, and that's what people remember. And that right now it's the biggest knock that there is with Dak. He's not that crazy athletic. He's middle of the pack, so I feel like obviously he should get paid a middle of the pack contract because it's all about what you're doing. But obviously here in the NFL, a lot of people don't see it that way. Obviously he has the right to feel and sign the contract that he feels he deserves or that he wants. So it's all on him. But and that's great for him right now. He's put himself in that position. I feel like the smart thing to do was sign this tender. He did it. Gonna be in training camp, and this really puts the clock now because they got about 2 to 3 weeks from the time this video goes up for him then to get a long-term deal done. And I advise the Cowboys to get this done just because of the fact that obviously the Patrick Mahomes contract is coming up, and I'm not comparing Dak to Patrick Mahomes, but Patrick Mahomes' deal is going to reset the market when it comes to what a quarterback should make yearly. Obviously he's going to make a crazy load of money, and he should, and Dak's nowhere near Patrick Mahomes' level. But for the Cowboys, the clock is ticking for them because if you don't pay Dak right now or give him that extension that he wants, I feel like you really run the risk of obviously having a crazy good season, doing better, and then you're gonna have to give him a larger piece of the pie when it comes to his contract extension, and that's just really gonna put your team in a worse situation when it comes to being in a hard cap league. So that's just my opinion. Dallas, the clock is ticking. You got to pay Dak. You pay him or you let him walk. Everyone's positive that you're not going to let him walk. So just pay him or reach a deal by July 15 before you make the situation worse for yourselves. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this video, feel free to leave it a like. And if you enjoyed content like this, feel free to subscribe. Again, folks, if you agree or disagree with me, please let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. Do you think that Dak made the right decision by signing that exclusive franchise tag tender? Let me know in the comment section down below. I'll catch you later, guys. Goodbye.